SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. Fantasy sports today.
Can he be a guy that's really useful in your fantasy rotation? I think the answer is yes.
Game time decisions.
I'm going to lose the bet because he's injured again.
Betting above the rim.
He's got a broke J. That's all there is to it. He's got no confidence in that jump shot.
My thing you've always heard me say on the network is you're either winning or you're rebuilding.
In-game live all access.
Wondering when that was going to happen, and the answer is it just did.
The bigger guy will have the advantage. Well, if the little guy can move, Joe, it's hard to hit the little guy sometimes when you're a big boy, right?
In-game live, prime time.
40-1, I'm going to take a little flyer on Justin Rose.
In-game live, overtime.
As you sit here and listen, watch right now, you may want to consider placing that bet.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Technically, despite having the most wins in both the AL and all of Major League Baseball, 52 of them for New York, no longer the best winning percentage.
You expect your front offices to hit that gas pedal when it comes time to get a better team on the field post All-Star break, because the one thing that you know from the Yankees and the Orioles is what, Ben? You're going to fight with each other throughout the stretch here, and you want home field advantage.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Despite me being a Yankee fan, I think Joe would deserve the label as Aaron Judge's biggest fan, not through any bias, but just through the amount of money that he's made anybody who's been betting on him.
I just had him for that home run, and I'm going to go back to it today. That home run coming in at plus 230. Max Fried here, while he has been strong, this is Aaron Judge.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
It's Betting Above the Rim on a Saturday, brought to you by BetMGM. I'm Pharrell in New York, along with Coach Young, who will be 300 pounds by the time he's my age, because he's, I think, 11 years younger than me, and he's 6'5", perfect, 220, but he eats like he's going to the electric chair. So what is going to happen is once he hits 50, he's going to learn the hard way that he'll be gaining a pound a day at his current calorie intake, which is like a shovel. And then by the time he's 58, he's going to weigh 300 pounds, and he's going to have a cane. And you know the commercials they got? No. You know the commercials they got for Shaq with the Icy Hot, where he actually dunks in the desert, and they use a body double for the dunk because he's so fat he can't even jump onto a toilet, let alone play basketball anymore. I mean, I'm surprised they don't wheel him out to that TNT set. And it's the same thing. I went to see the Chiefs play one day, and I thought, for God's sakes, I was like, they're going to wheel Andy Reid out to the sideline. So I'm going to put you up to 300 when you're 58. What are you now, 47?
47, and I can still dunk a basketball.
Not for long,
Fatso.
Not for long.
Wait.
I got the over-under at 51. At 51, your gut is going to be the size of a BPI garbage truck.
Look, shout out to my daughter for bringing me all these little candies for me to eat.
Have some chocolate, Coach. Have some cookies. Have some ice cream.
Oh, Maddie, there are cookies out there?
Oh, God. All right, so listen, I thought the Dadier pick by the Knicks is no different than Frederick Weiss and Ntilikina. They just haven't learned their lesson with these French players. Now, there are some good French players coming into the NBA, and he ain't one of them. This is a terrible pick.
Oh,
what were they thinking? I mean, they had to be high. They had to be on mushrooms.
Listen, he's sloppy with the ball. I guess my thing is, Pharrell, is like, the only way I can justify it is, are they going to, like, hide this guy overseas? I mean, to me, you could have went and got – you could have went and got –
Guantanamo Bay.
Right, exactly, right. You could have went and got Shannon Jr., who went 27th. You could have went and got Baylor Shireman. You want a backup point guard, you could have went Isaiah Collier. They were linked to Ryan Dunn for months, and he was there, and they passed on him, Ryan Dunn. By the way, I will say, very good pickup by Phoenix getting Ryan Dunn at 28. This team
good defender.
he defends, and they play no defense in Phoenix. None of them. By the way, shout out to Royce O'Neal. How that guy just got 4 for 44 is beyond me. He just got extended. We'll talk about that next hour or this hour later. But Ryan Dunn, I thought was a good pick. I loved Isaiah Collier where he went at 29. And, I just know Baylor Shireman is going to go to Boston.
And light it up.
And then light it up. And now your second unit is Pritchard, Shireman. I think Hauser just got – I think they just picked up his option with Hauser.
Right.
Oh, Lord. Have fun. And then Al Horford at 424,119 years old. Old Man River. He'll be bang, and he'll bang threes too. Oh, I can't stand it.
That guy will be able to shoot threes down at the Y till he's 75.
He's 75 now. I think he's older than us, Pharrell. I mean, gee whiz. But listen,
He's older than me.
Some teams got it right, and then obviously we talked about it before.
You can tell.
We did say this though, real quick.
You need to wear makeup. I ain't got no Botox, son. Keep it fresh, tight.
Yeah, man, for a fresh and ball for me. Listen, Terrence Shannon Jr.
That's my guy.
Simply put, that guy is an absolute bucket. I wonder, Pharrell, if he didn't have the rape charges and missed time during the year and had the trial and stuff, during the beginning of the offseason, just got cleared, obviously. I wonder if he didn't have this. I think this guy's top 20 talent. I think he's top 20 talent. I think he can go get a bucket.
Without a doubt.
I think he can play off-ball defense. He can on-ball. You know Brad Underwood. Man,
so listen.
You better play defense. You play defense for that
coach. If there's smoke, there's fire. All right. So we know that he had issues, and we know that he got accused, and we know that he went to court, and his lawyer got him off and saved his life because he's going away on that rape charge for a few years. He's finished, no NBA career. And once you're a rapist and a felon and you get out of prison, nobody's giving you a job in the NBA playing ball. So his life was spared. Do you believe that because obviously, in my opinion, if you're in that situation and you put yourself in that situation, you were, how should I say, stupid to begin with. So do you believe that he's going to be able to get through this? He's obviously cleared. Now get through it and grow up. Do you think he's going to continue to chase tail and have problems with women and assault accusations and rape accusations, and he's crazy and he's trying to sleep with 10 chicks at once? Or is he gonna go play ball and make a ton of money because he has talent out the yin, but I kind of think he's stupid?
Well, listen, Pharrell, these NBA teams, these NFL teams, they got ways that they could get information that I don't even think lawyers can get. Like they probably did so much of a deep dive on this kid to take a chance on him. But I'll tell you this, Pharrell, if he stays out of trouble, that backcourt of him and Rob Dillingham, oh my Lord. And if you ever decide that you want to go small ball and put Ann at the 3, and you put Jalen McDaniels at the 4,
that's it.
That's it. I'm not going to say your boy Cat at the 5 or Rudy. I'll go with our boy from Asbury Park down by here, Nas Reed at the 5. Nasty Nas at the 5, reigning 6th man of the year. That team, Pharrell, is going to score. And I just love Shannon Jr.'s a mentality, tough, downhill driver, streaky shooter, but a willing defender on ball and off ball.
Okay, so my problem with that team has been, and I know they gave Finch a new deal, and I know they went far, and I know Dallas beat them in a great series. My problem with them is, for my money, I think the two Galoofs are too slow for Anthony Edwards, for McDaniels, and for Nas, who want, I think, to pick up the pace. Let's kick it and run, and let's go get buckets. And if you add Dillingham and Shannon to that mix, then I think the oddball, and I know they're 7-footers, and I know they need them, and I know they block shots and rebound, and really, that's all I want you to do. I need you because I'm not giving the ball to Rudy. He's terrible. I'm not giving him the ball. He's a disastrous footwork. I mean, he literally can't even. I'm surprised he doesn't fall down every time he tries to run. And then to me, Cat's slow, and I don't deny he can get his buckets. He's another guy. If he gets the ball in his hands, he's going to dribble, drive, and shoot no matter what. He doesn't see anybody, just a chucker. And he's also a 7-footer, so he can score. I'll give him that. But he's a complainer. He'll sit back and complain to the ref after a bucket that he just made while the team's going down the other end to score. And there's nothing players hate worse than a guy that gloats after his shot under the basket and doesn't get back on D. I get yelled at every day for not getting back. So to me, they're a better team. They look like Houston to me, Coach, with Shannon and Dillingham on that squad with Ant, McDaniels, and Nas. They can be a faster team and a more athletic team than the, frankly, lollygagging one guy. Two guys can run, and the rest of them are sitting around arguing with refs and slow at the other end and don't get back. And you know I'm right.
No, I agree with you, but there's another key part to this is Kyle, another guy I love, Kyle Slow-Mo Anderson is a free agent. It's imperative they bring him back. I love Slow-Mo. Here's the last thing.
He's another guy I'd get rid of.
Pat, no way. No, you're not getting rid of Slow-Mo. No way. No, that's a hard no. Well, I don't care. That's a winner. Cat, 50 million. Rudy, 45 million. Get rid of those two jabronis.
And he's got the worst hairdo in the NBA.
SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. Fantasy sports today.
Can he be a guy that's really useful in your fantasy rotation? I think the answer is yes.
Game time decisions.
I'm going to lose the bet because he's injured again.
Betting above the rim.
He's got a broke J. That's all there is to it. He's got no confidence in that jump shot.
My thing you've always heard me say on the network is you're either winning or you're rebuilding.
In-game live all access.
Wondering when that was going to happen, and the answer is it just
Sometimes
did.
the bigger guy will have the advantage. Well, if the little guy can move, Joe, it's hard to hit the little guy sometimes when you're a big boy, right?
In-game live, prime time.
40-1, I'm going to take a little flyer on Justin Rose.
In-game live, overtime.
As you sit here and listen, watch right now, you may want to consider placing that bet.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Technically, despite having the most wins in both the AL and all of Major League Baseball, 52 of them for New York, no longer the best winning percentage.
You expect your front offices to hit that gas pedal when it comes time to get a better team on the field post All-Star break, because the one thing that you know from the Yankees and the Orioles is what, Ben? You're going to fight with each other throughout the stretch here, and you want home field advantage.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Despite me being a Yankee fan, I think Joe would deserve the label as Aaron Judge's biggest fan, not through any bias, but just through the amount of money that he's made anybody who's been betting on him.
I just had him for that home run, and I'm going to go back to it today. That home run coming in at plus 230. Max Fried here, while he has been strong, this is Aaron Judge.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
So, Coach, how would you set Bronny's over-under regular season minutes played in terms of what's going to happen with his burn in Lipstick City with the Lakers? We already know that LeBron's opting out and he's going to stay with the Lakers. Come hell or high water, he's staying with the Lakers. That is the most ridiculous story in the world, that they're going to spend 2-3 days talking about him opting out, when we all know, as sure as I'm sitting here, he's not going anywhere. He's playing with his son. He's going to do a 3-year deal at whatever it is, 166 with the Lakers. So let's just stop with all that nonsense. Will they give that kid burn because of his daddy?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Will he get burned? Yes. Is he going to earn all of his burn? Probably not. Listen, simply put, Bronny James, in my opinion, can defend at an NBA level. I really think he can defend. I think Bronny James is a secretly good playmaker. His problem is you can't be a playmaker if you can't shoot. And his shooting splits are terrible. High school, EYBL and AAU, at USC. He doesn't shoot well. Now, it's crazy. I looked at the day after he got drafted, or when he got drafted, there's a trainer named Chris Brinkley who trains all the stars. And he puts up a video of Bronny knocking down shots. Do you know how easy it is for all to take an hour video?
Yeah, I show you video clips all the time of me knocking down corner pocket daggers. I can do it all day drunk. I hit 394 free throws in a row. I would have taken all day if I didn't miss. I was like, I'm tired of making them. I don't want to hear it. It's the same thing Gino Auriemma always said. Everyone's great until someone's got a hand in their face.
Yeah, it is. Everybody's face, and that's the problem. What's going to make Bronny a decent pro is if his ability to shoot and make shots. Simply put, if he can't do that, he's Davion Mitchell. That's it. Davion Mitchell.
He's 6'1", dude. He's where's all this going to happen? I mean, honestly, that is so small to me with guys now that are 6'6", 6'7", playing guard. Can you imagine? You're telling me he's a great defender. He could no more stop Luka Doncic than fly a kite. Honestly, he's going to kill him. He's going to abuse him. There are so many guards now that are big in the NBA that are going to abuse some 6'1" dude just because his name is James. I mean, I can't wait for it. I can't wait to see the abuse. And I'm not talking about summer league in Vegas where he's playing a bunch of rookies and, they're all the same. I'm talking about grown men that make tons of money that are 5 inches taller than him. I mean to tell you, you know what? Here's the deal. When I play, and I play every day, so people can say whatever they want about me, but I play every day. And I'll tell you one thing. You put some dude on me that's 6'2", 6'1", that is fresh meat. I am going to score so many effing buckets. You put anyone small on me, it's all over but the shouting. I take advantage of small people. That's it. I don't care who you are, where you are. I don't care where you play. I'm 6'4", 240. Good luck. I'm shooting right in your face, and I'm scoring at will. They put little dudes on me. I remember a guy, at least I noticed one guy I played with. He's a great player, played at Villanova. Great player. And he's like, when they're like, hey, Joe, you got Pharrell? And he's like, I can't guard him. Yeah, because you're 5'7", and I'm going to eat you alive. I am not listening anymore to this bullshit about this 6'1" great defender. Just shut up. He's a great defender down at the YMCA, 6'1". You put a 6'1" guy on me, I'm going to town. You know what I am? I'm having free tomahawk steaks all night long. You cannot tell me, Coach, just stop. You're 6'5", some 6'1" dude on you. You are laughing. You're going to look over. First thing you do, you know what I do when they put some little dude on me, 6 foot tall, and I look out at the guard with the ball. I go like this. I go.
Yeah. We call it mouse and house. I still remember the first time I was at Monmouth. We had a 6'5" center named Erica Ballman, and they put like a 5'10" girl on her. First game, of course, at Monmouth. I'm yelling, mouse in the house, mouse in the house. One of my players goes, Coach, what does that mean? I'm like, oh Lord.
They don't even know what that means.
They know what I mean? These poor kids. Mouse in the house means big person,
too small,
little person guarding. Mouse in the house. So just in case you people listening doesn't know what that means, Coach Young just gave you a basketball reference and a little bit of a lesson.
Don't you think that is going to be a liability with the size of guards now in the NBA, that they are drafting players that are 6'5" and above that play guard? And now listen, I won't deny TJ McConnell, and I won't deny Brunson. I won't deny there's little players that can play. But listen, first of all, Brunson and this kid is night and day. Brunson's a pure dagger assassin shooter. Okay. And this cheesy ass video they keep selling that this kid can shoot in the gym when no one's on him is really the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Now, you know as well as I do, I can go in my driveway right now. My daughter will knock down as many shots as him all day long. She'll knock down shots all day long in 100-degree heat as much as Bronny James can shoot. My daughter can shoot the same amount of J's and knock them all down. Let's see you do it with a 6'6" guard in your face with his hand up your nose. Let's see what you do then. I can't wait. Honestly, it's all I live for. I live for that they have talked about this kid so much. You think he's Jesus Christ superstar. And I can't wait till he is exposed for the hack-ass 4-point-a-game player he was at USC. Christ, he was the fifth best player at Sierra Canyon. And you can go tell his daddy I said so, tell his mama I said so, and I'll keep saying it until I see it. There ain't no way some kid, 6'1", that scores 4 points a game is taking over anything in the NBA, except maybe carrying everybody's luggage. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right.
Yeah, hey, listen. You're
Put
right.
him on me. I'll take him to the hole. Like I'll run right through him. I'll step on his face. I will.
Ain't that a foul?
Probably on me, but in a technical. But look, I'm gonna let him know where I stand really, real quick. Give me the ball.
Yeah.
Give me the pill. I am throwing elbows. I am walking, stomping, shooting, scoring, and I'm going to yell Glenn Rice when I get the N1. Glenn Rice! And people are like,
tell him, Pharrell. My man Pharrell, standing on business.
SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. Fantasy sports today.
Can he be a guy that's really useful in your fantasy rotation? I think the answer is yes.
Game time decisions.
I'm going to lose the bet because he's injured again.
Betting above the rim.
He's got a broke J. That's all there is to it. He's got no confidence in that jump shot.
My thing you've always heard me say on the network is you're either winning or you're rebuilding.
In-game live all access.
Wondering when that was going to happen, and the answer is it just
Sometimes you think
did.
the bigger guy will have the advantage. Well, if the little guy can move, Joe, it's hard to hit the little guy sometimes when you're a big boy, right?
In-game live, prime time.
40-1, I'm going to take a little flyer on Justin Rose.
In-game live, overtime.
As you sit here and listen, watch right now, you may want to consider placing that bet.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Technically, despite having the most wins in both the AL and all of Major League Baseball, 52 of them for New York, no longer the best winning percentage.
You expect your front offices to hit that gas pedal when it comes time to get a better team on the field post All-Star break, because the one thing that you know from the Yankees and the Orioles is what, Ben? You're going to fight with each other throughout the stretch here, and you want home field advantage.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Despite me being a Yankee fan, I think Joe would deserve the label as Aaron Judge's biggest fan, not through any bias, but just through the amount of money that he's made anybody who's been betting on him.
I just had him for that home run, and I'm going to go back to it today. That home run coming in at plus 230. Max Fried here, while he has been strong. This is Aaron Judge.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Yeah, back on Betting Above the Rim, brought to you by BetMGM. Coach, they're asking me for clips of me shooting, and you already know, you've seen those clips. You already know what happens.
Oh, yeah.
It's real simple.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me started
Oh, yeah.
on all my video clips of me shooting deep, because I'll send them to you, and I knock them down.
Love
It's
that.
real simple. Some guy said to me the other day in a game, he goes, I was standing deep on the wing, like at around 28 feet, and they threw me the ball, and somebody yelled, shoot it, and then guy goes, he ain't got that range. I was like, I stepped back 3 feet and shot it from 31 and knocked it down. I don't care.
Let
30
him know.
feet.
Let him
I
know.
don't care. I'll shoot it from anywhere and knock it
Let
down.
him know.
Your mother, okay, is what?
See?
I'm inside, outside, son. It don't matter.
I told
That's
you.
that
I've been
simple.
telling y'all, stand on business. Standing on business. Let
Coach
him
and
know,
I
Pharrell.
play. There's none of this, like, I said to him, we went to lunch the other day. I got mad in the restaurant. People were mad. I was so loud. I was like, I don't even listen to people that don't play. I don't even listen to people that don't play. Like, all these people are geniuses. Everybody's a know-it-all about basketball. And, have you ever heard the NFL guys will be like, after the game, and you hear them in the locker room, like, you've never played football a day in your life, and you're asking me all these questions? I'm going to put my fist through your mouth. Here's the deal. I come from that side of the river. If you don't play, you don't know anything. You just talk like you know basketball. Everyone knows basketball and can talk. It's simple. If you play, then I listen to you. I'm talking about playing every day. If you play ball your whole life and you balled everywhere your whole life at every level and outside in the hood, getting shanked and punched in the mouth, I'll listen to you. Other than that, you're just another blowhard to me. Everyone's a genius about the NBA and college basketball on this network and everywhere else, except none of them ball. None of them play. Coach knows. I was at lunch the other day cussing about it right to him at lunch. I'm like, I don't listen to people that don't play. Shut up. I don't listen. I played today. I played for an hour today. I play every day. I don't want to hear it from anyone ever. I respect Coach. I've tried to get him jobs in the WNBA, NBA, NCAA, every job opening in the country he should get. And he balls.
I appreciate you.
He's the only person I listen to. He's the only person I love everyone else here at the network. I'm cool to everybody. I'm friends with everybody. I think everyone's fantastic. And if you don't ball, shut up. And I know nobody at that network can stop me either. Not one of them. One day they're like, we're gonna go down to the court at Bellworks, Pharrell, and see what you can do. See what I can do. I'll take all your money. I'll take all your money, and it'll be embarrassing. I'm telling you right now, I've already seen all these dudes shoot. I went to the Super Bowl with all these hacks. Not one of them can play. Not one of them. Doesn't mean I don't love them, but I know this. They were watching me knocking down 30-footers, and it was 115 degrees outside, and I was drunk, and I was still hitting them from everywhere. Honestly, I can shoot better with my feet than anyone there at that network can with their hands. I shoot better with my feet. I'm like Messi. I'll kick it in from 25 feet. You think I'm kidding? Coach, we spend way too much time talking about you. I don't know what your problem is. All right, let's go to well, I'll tell you one thing. The day I couldn't dunk anymore was worse than having to go on D pills. You know, when you can't, you know what I mean? When I had open heart surgery, they started having to give me help with my, when you got to get help, that's a bad day. Worst day, way worse, when I couldn't dunk anymore. I used to be able to dunk flush. Loved it. I used to dunk on fools that didn't know what time it was. 6'4" coming down the lane. White boy, there's nothing worse for a brother than having some white dude dunk on him. I'll tell you that much. And I could do it easy. Then I got fat and old and I couldn't dunk anymore. And I'd rather not be able to have sex than not be able to dunk. It's the worst thing ever. Not being able to dunk for me is the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. Ever. Nothing's worse than that. It really is. And Coach is headed there with as much as he eats. Anyway, Tim Hardaway Jr., I said yesterday they traded him. They should have. He sucks too. And I said his dad was better than him. And you know I'm right.
Oh, Tim Hardaway with the UTEP two-step? Oh, God.
Yeah.
But listen, what you have situations is like what took place with Timmy Jr. Getting traded to Charlotte is simply put, teams that have cap space are taking on these contracts and an ability to get more draft capital. Simply put, that's the only reason why Timmy Jr. was traded. Same thing with Reggie Jackson was the same thing when he loaded up second-round picks in the trade.
He's going to wish he didn't get out of Denver. He's going to be like looking for his lost dog. That guy, he's going to regret that. Believe me, because he don't matter already in Denver. And how do you think he's going to look without that team wrapped around him? We'll talk about all the players that are getting deals like IQ. Eric Gordon declined an option. Pope declined an option. We'll talk about all those players coming up.
SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. Fantasy sports today.
Can he be a guy that's really useful in your fantasy rotation? I think the answer is yes.
Game
And guess
time
what?
decisions.
I'm going to lose the bet because he's injured again.
Betting above the rim.
He's got a broke day. That's all there is to it. He's got no confidence in that jump shot.
My thing you've always heard me say on the network is you're either winning or you're rebuilding.
In-game live all access.
Wondering when that was going to happen, and the answer is it just
Sometimes you think
did.
the bigger guy will have the advantage. Well, if the little guy can move, Joe, it's hard to hit the little guy sometimes when you're a big boy, right?
In-game live, prime time.
40-1, I'm going to take a little flyer on Justin Rose.
In-game live, overtime.
As you sit here and listen, watch right now, you may want to consider placing that bet.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Technically, despite having the most wins in both the AL and all of Major League Baseball, 52 of them for New York, no longer the best winning percentage.
You expect your front offices to hit that gas pedal when it comes time to get a better team on the field post All-Star break, because the one thing that you know from the Yankees and the Orioles is what, Ben? You're going to fight with each other throughout the stretch here, and you want home field advantage.
The early line. Only on SportsGrid.
Despite me being a Yankee fan, I think Joe would deserve the label as Aaron Judge's biggest fan, not through any bias, but just through the amount of money that he's made anybody who's been betting on him.
I just had him for that home run, and I'm going to go back to it today. That home run coming in at plus 230. Max Fried here, while he has been strong, this is Aaron Judge.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
Should I send these nude photos? No. Oh, are we on the air? Don't do the nude. Okay. No nude photos. It's betting above the rim on a Saturday afternoon. Good news. We will be here tomorrow from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern with our final betting above the rim show for the season. Highly unfortunate. I think that, frankly, I said this yesterday on Coast to Coast, that we should be in Vegas at the MGM Grand doing the Summer League from the Thomas and Hack and the Cox Pavilion, which is right behind the MGM Grand. I think we should do daily. I think Coast to Coast should be there for the entire, 2 weeks? The Vegas League is 2 weeks. I think we should go to Vegas for 2 weeks. The problem is not the fact of the network saying no, that we shouldn't do that. They're probably all for it. The problem is that if Coach and I go there, the odds of us blowing through 10 grand is enormous odds. And also the odds of that's just drinking. And then another 10 grand eating. And then they're not going to be interested in those receipts. You go to the MGM Grand and you're sitting there living there and you're doing shows every day. And then you're when the games are over, you're partying. What do you think I'm going to do? Sit in my room? I'm going down to the casino, and then it is all bets are off. I mean, it's craps, free bet, blackjack, drinking. Every drink there is $20. You go to Johnny Rockets for a burger, it's $26 for a burger. You go to the sliced pizza place in that food court, 3 slices, $47. The whole pizza is $52. So you might as well just get the whole pizza. 3 slices, $47. So the problem is not doing the show and covering basketball and getting great interviews and coaches and GMs and players. That's easy. It's how do we survive without spending $100,000 in Vegas? Because Vegas is a vacuum of money. They just suck the life out of you. When you get to Vegas, the first thing you have to do is go to the liquor store and buy your own booze. You can't pay for the booze at the casino because every drink's 20, 25. It just keeps going. And then the next thing you know, you're in when you get your bill, you're going to have a stroke. So I am upset, Coach, that we're not going to Summer League. I'm very upset. I think we should be in Vegas for Summer League, and that's just all there is to it. Now, I want to go through some of these guys. The IQ deal. Okay, give me the IQ deal. and Murray's going to get $209 million in Denver. I'm fair with that. I still think Emmanuel quickly got too much money. I think Eric Gordon, he declined his option. I think he's fat and sucks and is finished. KCP declined his $15.5 million. He's worth more money, but he'll be miserable if he's not on a good team. I honestly, he's on a good team now. He shouldn't have, and I don't think they're going to give him $20 million a year. And then Clippers will not tender an offer to Brandon Boston Jr. He don't even matter to begin with. I just tender him an offer. How about get rid of him? And then declining Joe Ingles, the Magic. Joe Ingles is finished. He's playing in the rec league by next Wednesday. Kevin Love declining his player option. Speaking of finished, I mean, honestly, Coach, I haven't been wrong in an hour. These guys are bums.
Well,
Kevin Love had a great career, but he's done.
No, I agree. So let's kind of go in order of how we talked about it. Obviously, IQ gets 5 for 175. This is part of the reason why the Knicks traded him for OG Anunoby. The Knicks couldn't stomach giving him roughly $30 million a year for a guy that's going to come off the bench. So that's probably why you saw someone like IQ getting traded in the OG Anunoby trade. Let's be honest, it's probably, I would say, a trade that benefited both sides. You keep going on. Obviously, KCP, he wants to win, but he wants to get paid. Here's the problem. Can't do both. So to me, he may get a bag, but he won't be happy with the situation that he's in. Bam gets 3 years, $166 million. Bigger story there. Jimmy Butler saying that he will not sign an extension, which will make him a free agent next year. Jamal Murray, 4 for 209. I guess he's worth it, but Jamal Murray's thing is more about health than anything else. Nets give Nick Claxton 4 for 100. It's a lot of money. That also means that's why Isaiah Hartenstein probably isn't coming to the Knicks. Because I'll say this, if Nick Claxton's getting $25 million, Hartenstein's better than him. So he's going to get more than 4 for 72 from the Knicks. Scotty Barnes, his game exploded. He is now the face of the franchise. When Toronto, so that doesn't surprise me. I will say this. Eric Gordon may be finished in your eyes, but he can still score, and someone is going to give him a little bit of money. Joe Ingles, see you later. Kevin Love, they love him in Miami. They'll probably look at him as maybe as a vet minimum. But those are kind of the guys that kind of either declined or got extensions. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 24 hours. Obviously, there was the Chris Paul news. Chris Paul, they're moving his option for a couple of days. So
Sunday night, he shot too.
Sunday night. Yeah, that's just a way that they're going to try and get him involved in a trade. That's why there's talk about maybe him being involved for getting PG-13. But obviously PG, if they don't get him, Chris Paul will get cut. So those are really the ones that really matter. Jackson Hayes, getting extension, whoop-de-damn dude, doesn't do anything for me. I feel like there were other ones that have gone on since we went on air. Royce O'Neal got 4 for 44 extension with Phoenix. Royce O'Neal, nice player. Pharrell, they got no bench. They got no players. They got to pay him. So good for Royce O'Neal, 4 for 44.
Let me go here. PJ Tucker shot, exercised his player option for $11.5 million. I wish that he had gone to the Bahamas and disappeared. No one could find him. That would have been better off. He's shot. Reggie Jackson, exercise player option. He got traded to Charlotte. There you go. That's where you end up when you're finished. Josh Richardson exercised his player option. Russell Westbrook exercised his option, $4 million only. Now D'Lo exercised his option, right? And $18.7 million. I hear stories that he's staying and playing with the Lakers, and then I hear stories from the Athletics say that they're going to move him. They're going to trade him. Which is it?
I think they're going to try and trade him. I just, as well as he plays at times, he's so bad in the playoffs, and it's just a rough scene to watch. So I think he gets traded. Josh Richardson, listen, simply put, folks, these guys that exercise their player option, you know why they do it? They can't get the money in the open market. PJ Tucker couldn't get any lick, any burn, as much as even he could play with the Clippers. That's why he exercised his $11.5 million, because if he goes in the open market, he's not going to get that. Reggie Jackson would get the vet minimum. Josh Richardson, vet minimum. Russell Westbrook, $4 million, same thing. So these guys that are exercising their player option, let's be honest, Pharrell, they don't have no other choice. They're not getting the money.
You know, I'm having trouble, Coach, trying to cut through all the pictures of my 12 championships to find any park hood shots of me balling in the park with all the brothers that want to kill me. Like, there's nothing worse than Bill Laimbeer walks into the park and starts lighting up brothers, and they all want to kill me and shoot me, stab me, beat me to a pulp, drag me into the woods, and kill me. I'm still looking for those videos for Foster's Lager. But it's hard for me to cut through all the 12 championship photos, and no one wants to see stills of me with all my trophies and banners. I mean, it's hard. You know, the Pharrell Ballers were so good playing in 22 championship games. It's hard for me to cut through all the victory pictures. And you know what I did? I erased pictures of guys that I actually, over time, grew to not like on my team. You know what I mean? Eventually, the window closes on friendships, too, with teammates. You know, you're on a team and you think this brother that you're playing with is your boy. You love him. And then, like, 5 years later, you're like, man, this guy never gives me the pill. I hate him. So I just erased this picture from my life. There's guys that I used to be friends with that, like, I played with that I blocked. Now I'm like, he never had game to begin with, that fool. I'm trying to find them outdoor hood pictures, Coach. You know, I like to show off in the park.
I guess I better be nice to you, or I'm going to be erased next. You may not see me ever again. I'll be on a milk box carton.
I think you're a lifer.
SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. Fantasy sports today.
Can he be a guy that's really useful in your fantasy rotation? I think the answer is yes.
Game time decisions.
I'm going to lose the bet because he's injured again.
Betting above the rim.
He's got a broke J. That's all there is to it. He's got no confidence in that jump shot.
My thing you've always heard me say on the network is you're either winning or you're rebuilding.
In-game live, all access.
Wondering when that was going to happen, and the answer is it just
Sometimes
did.
the bigger guy will have the advantage. Well, if the little guy can move, Joe, it's hard to hit the little guy sometimes when you're a big boy, right?
In-game live, prime time.
40-1, I'm going to take a little flyer on Justin Rose.
In-game live, overtime.
As you sit here and listen, watch right now, you may want to consider placing that bet.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Technically, despite having the most wins in both the AL and all of Major League Baseball, 52 of them for New York, no longer the best winning percentage.
You expect your front offices to hit that gas pedal when it comes time to get a better team on the field post All-Star break, because the one thing that you know from the Yankees and the Orioles is what, Ben? You're going to fight with each other throughout the stretch here, and you want home field advantage.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Despite me being a Yankee fan, I think Joe would deserve the label as Aaron Judge's biggest fan, not through any bias, but just through the amount of money that he's made anybody who's been betting on him.
I just had him for that home run, and I'm going to go back to it today. That home run coming in at plus 230. Max Fried here, while he has been strong, this is Aaron Judge.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
All right, betting above the rim on a Saturday afternoon brought to you by BetMGM. Coach, I like the Bridges trade for the Knicks. I mean, you talk about a Nova team that they got rolling. They might as well call them the New York Cats. They're stacked now, and then they get OG signed. Randall will be back per usual, dealing after having the shoulder operated on. And the only painful loss will be white boy Rick. Hartenstein will go. It's pretty apparent to me he's going to make fat money somewhere else, and that kills me. But You're telling me we couldn't trade Mitchell Robinson and keep him in some capacity, still couldn't pay him? It's got to be the same money, right?
Well, listen, it's about the same amount of money, but you're going to see what happens here. I just think the Nick Claxton deal just really hurt the chance of White Boy Rick coming back to the Knicks. Obviously, there's reports of Oklahoma City paying for at least $20 million a year to have Isaiah Hartenstein play for them. And also, folks, realize this. When you're talking about money, too, you also got to think about tax implications. How much more are you going to pay in taxes? Pharrell knows this. Playing in New York versus playing in Oklahoma. Huge difference in that regard.
Right.
So I think he leaves. But the Knicks, to get, obviously, Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby to resign, this is a situation where the team now has, I would say, 2 of the 3 best 3-and-D guys in the NBA on their squad, lined up to go guard Tatum and Brown. Knicks are the second best team in the East. I did like what they did in the draft as well, Pharrell. I thought Tyler Kolek fits exactly what the New York culture is, which is a tough, hard-nosed guy, winner, plays the right way. And Kevin McCullough Jr., out of Kansas, remember, Pharrell, he was hurt halfway during the year. He gutted it out down the stretch. Kevin McCullough Jr. is a first-round talent, in my opinion, and Kevin McCullough Jr. is basically Josh Hart light. So basically, you got a baby version of Brunson, and you got a baby version of McCullough. That's exactly the type of guys Tibbs wants in his locker room.
So what is the deal with the Suns and KD? In midweek before the draft, Tuesday, they were trying to sell us that he was going to the Rockets.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Rockets want accumulated draft picks. They want to try and make a move for a star. Matt Ishbia is basically saying in so many words, we're good. We're going to go at it. We're going to make another run at it. We'll see how they fill out the rest of the roster. I think if things go south, probably midway through next year, Kevin Durant, unfortunately, like he does sometimes, is he gets frustrated and he opts out or asks to be traded. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, but I could see KD being really upset and maybe wanting out if things don't go right.
And does that team still not matter when it's all said and done, with him or without him? They had this loaded team, Booker, Beal, Durant, and everything else. When it's all said and done, do they still stink? Because their talk is cheap. This Ishbia and everyone's saying, oh, we're a championship team right now. You're tripping.
No, I mean, you look at that team in Phoenix. I mean, I got to see what they have to try and do to surround that big three. A big three that, one, can't stay healthy, and a big three that, let's be honest, can't defend. For the days of going to get 3 superstar players that make the amount of money those 3 make and winning, I think those days are gone. Durant, 50 million, 51.1. Beal, 50. Booker, 50. How are you going to maintain a win? I mean, thank goodness they gave Grayson Allen a little bit of money because Grayson Allen was actually pretty good for them. They have to find a way to lengthen that team and be better defensively, but also try to get bodies that can actually play some minutes. That's why I did like the Ryan Dunn deal. I understand, obviously, giving Royce O'Neal what you gave him, but Pharrell, you got to admit, man, they're not on the level of Oklahoma City. They're not on the level of Denver. They're not on the level of Minnesota. They're not on the level of Dallas. I think the Pelicans just passed them. I think the Kings, if they get their act together, are going to be good. And we've said it before, both Pharrell and I. Do not sleep on Houston. I think they're the team. There's always a team.
I love them.
Right, Pharrell?
I love them.
I think they're making a run. They just I think they extended Jashawn Tate, or actually just picked the option on him. I think they're going to be better. So I do think that does help with Houston. They're going to be better. And then remember, the Grizzlies lost 55 games, right? John missed the majority of the year. Bane missed a lot of time. Jackson Jr. missed a ton of time. That was a G League team. And then you put Zach Edey in the middle. There's another team. 27 wins last year. Will be much better next year.
So what do you think? Everyone talks about Bronny, but it's Connect that I want to watch play. And I think he's going to spread them out and make them better instantaneously. Because if you're worrying about LeBron James and AD, this kid can kill you if he gets confidence going at the next level with his game. Because he, in the NCAA tournament, he looked like a man. Like he was just dealing and scoring. So was Shannon. But those are the two guys I want to watch the most in the NBA this year. 3, Edie, Shannon, and Connect.
Well, simply put, it's just the way that Connect is. We're talking about men, Pharrell. Like, we're talking about guys that played 3-4 years of college basketball that could step in, that could defend and play at that high level, and is not going to be scared. Dalton Connect is going to be very, very, very good for the Lakers because he's going to have guys that, and LeBron and AD are going to take so much pressure off of him with their ability to drive and kick out. Pharrell, simply put, we talked about it with footwork. We talk about chop, right? Catch, shoot, catch, one dribble, pull up, bang, catch, jab, rip, one dribble, pull up, bang. If Dalton Connect has that in his bag, and he already does, he's going to be an effective scorer right away in the NBA this year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I can't wait to see it. I couldn't even believe how ridiculous that was that they said he dropped because of his age. Like, I don't get 23. I need 5 good years out of this guy. And then if he's that good, they'll sign him again. But I need 5 good years. 23 to 28, I'm fine with that. You're still 28 years old. I don't think guys start getting washed, to be honest with you, until after 35.
I don't get it, Pharrell. The dude's going to be a bucket getter.
SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. Fantasy sports today.
Can he be a guy that's really useful in your fantasy rotation? I think the answer is yes.
Game time decisions.
I'm going to lose the bet because he's injured again.
Betting above the rim.
He's got a broke J. That's all there is to it. He's got no confidence in that jump shot.
My thing you've always heard me say on the network is you're either winning or you're rebuilding.
In-game live, all access.
Wondering when that was going to happen, and the answer is it just
Sometimes
did.
the bigger guy will have the advantage. Well, if the little guy can move, Joe, it's hard to hit the little guy sometimes when you're a big boy, right?
In-game live, prime time.
40-1, I'm going to take a little flyer on Justin Rose.
In-game live, overtime.
As you sit here and listen, watch right now, you may want to consider placing that bet.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Technically, despite having the most wins in both the AL and all of Major League Baseball, 52 of them for New York, no longer the best winning percentage.
You expect your front offices to hit that gas pedal when it comes time to get a better team on the field post All-Star break, because the one thing that you know from the Yankees and the Orioles is what, Ben? You're going to fight with each other throughout the stretch here, and you want home field advantage.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Despite me being a Yankee fan, I think Joe would deserve the label as Aaron Judge's biggest fan, not through any bias, but just through the amount of money that he's made anybody who's been betting on him.
I just had him for that home run, and I'm going to go back to it today. That home run coming in at plus 230. Max Fried here, while he has been strong, this is Aaron Judge.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
So, betting above the ring on a Saturday brought to you by BetMGM. I'm Pharrell in New York, along with the great Coach Young in the Jersey Shore. In-game live all access coming up on SportsGrid with the mayor of Miami, Joe Ranieri, and the Bostonian, your boy, Matt Perrault. Now, didn't you tell me that the Kevin Walsh and Matt Perrault were going at it this morning or something of this nature? Was there kind of was there a basketball disagreement, or what was happening there?
It was Lakers versus Celtics. It was, the cancellation of the season, what it meant, with LeBron. It was the bubble championship meaning nothing. It was the fact that, why would the Lakers take Bronny at 55th? It was Peralta turned around and said that Dalton Connect wasn't a good pick for the Lakers. How did that help them? I mean,
what's happening there?
It was so awful that the biggest Mr. Leprechaun himself, Pat Foster, Mr. Young Red Auerbach, Patrick Foster, even was like, man, some of those picks by Matty Perot were a little bit insane. I wonder if the mayor of Miami is going to kind of stoke the flame here a little bit and kind of get Perot fired up, because he was very, very upset this morning. Very upset.
I'll tell you, I'm very upset right now that I've been looking for these Park Hood basketball videos, and I think they're gone, man. I think I flushed them out on too many rum and cokes one day. I always get when the thing says warning space, and then I start erasing. I erase pictures. You know the one commercial with the guy's like, "Don't let me go," and you don't erase any of your pictures? I don't do that with anyone. I'm like, I don't like you. I never did. Get lost. Click. You're still a lifer, though, Coach. I've never screwed you over.
Oh, not yet, but I appreciate you. But
I like you. I go out in public with you. You and I are pals. Yeah. We're friends. I can ball with you, go to games with you, go to restaurants with you, go to bars with you, go to watch bands with you. I'll do anything with you. But there's some others that I just never liked to begin with. And then they got to be put through the flush. We call it it's the royal flush when we get rid of people that we don't like. There's a lot of people I don't like. And I don't care if you don't like me. That's just the way I like it.
Hey, one thing I do like, though, is hopefully about an hour ago, right out of the commercial break, they asked me about my WNBA plays. I told you,
there we go.
Jackie Young, over 18.5 points.
Jackie Robinson.
Y'all know Jackie Young? Jackie Young, Jackie Robinson, Jackie Wilson.
Yo, wait, did you see how little respect Orlando Cepeda's death got? And they gave Willie Mays like 5 days of coverage. Willie Mays, Say Hey Kid, obviously deserves it. But Orlando Cepeda dies and no one mentions it, like at all, anywhere, ever. That's embarrassing. He was a badass. That's embarrassing. It really is. It is.
Well,
I just wanted to say, what's embarrassing is watching the NHL draft. I fell asleep faster on morphine at the hospital than I did watching the NHL. I went down fast. That's what I meant to say. I went down fast. I had the NHL draft on. I was like, but here's me at the hospital on morphine. I go, I got another 5 minutes. I can hold out. I can carry another 5, Coach. Give me another hit. Or when they put the 8-inch needle of cortisone in my bone spurs in my heel, I can take the whole needle. Give me the whole needle. But when the NHL draft was on, I was like this. The guy goes, Gary Bettman goes, with the first pick in the NHL. And the second round of the NBA draft was just as bad. Next year we should do the special first day.
If you want to go with WNBA picks, do know that Jackie Young, as I was saying, she cashed out over 18.5 points. She has 19 at the break. So, I'll give you some more winners tomorrow, but you can go take your nap because there's no WNBA games on until tonight.
And I won't be watching that one either. But tomorrow we'll hit all the WNBA bets. I'm all for making money. I'm all for making money. Doesn't mean I have to watch. Fair enough. I'm watching the Bears, son. Jeremy Michael White, or whatever the hell his name is. Jeremy Allen White.
The Bears?
The Bear. He's a chef in Chicago. There's a lot of action on it.
I thought you were saying the Bears, like Mike Tomczak, Jim McMahon.
I don't watch the Chicago Bears. They suck. And all these people that think they're going to win and go to the playoffs this year because they got Caleb Williams. I mean, you are tripping. They have sucked since 1985. I don't even want to hear it. They couldn't even win when the guy had a 20-yard field goal in the playoffs. They still missed it. Shankopotamus.
The Jets are going to the playoffs. The Jets. The J-E-T-S.
At least their quarterback does mushrooms. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 on Betting Above the Tin, baby, like you read about. Check it out.